What if I told you that behind Formula One's fiercest competitor, the man who dominates the grid and rewrites record books, there's a brand new chapter unfolding. A chapter filled not with podiums or trophies, but baby bottles, bedtime giggles, and something no simulator can prepare you for. Fatherhood. Because yes, Max Verstappen, the reigning king of Formula One, has also entered one of life's greatest challenges, being a dad. Today, we're diving deep into the story of Max Verstappen, the father. The man learning what it means to slow down after a lifetime lived at full throttle. Before we talk about Max as a dad, we need to go back to Max as a son. Max Verstappen was born in 1997 in Belgium, to a racing family. His father, Jos Verstappen, was a Formula One driver in the 1990s, known for his fiery spirit and discipline. His mother, Sophie Kumpen, was a successful karting driver herself. That combination made racing feel almost genetic. In interviews, Max has said, "When I was little, my dad pushed me very hard. At the time, I didn't always like it, but I understand now. It made me who I am." Growing up, Jos trained Max with an intensity few could handle. It wasn't just practice, it was obsession. And while that pressure created a champion, it also created a man deeply shaped by his upbringing. Fast forward to today, and Max has a family of his own. One that looks a little different, and perhaps a little softer. Max is in a long-term relationship with Kelly Piquet, daughter of three-time world champion Nelson Piquet. Together, they welcomed their first daughter, Lily Verstappen, in 2025. Kelly also has a daughter, Penelope, from a previous relationship with F1 driver Daniil Kvyat. And Max has been a father figure to her for years. So yes, Max Verstappen is not just the fastest driver on Earth. He's also Dad Max. For years, fans have wondered, what does Max do when the helmet comes off? We're used to seeing him laser-focused, emotionless even, after a 90-minute race at 300 kilometers per hour. But at home, the story's different. In a 2023 interview, Max said, "It's nice to come home and have something normal. No racing talk, no pressure, just family." That simple line says a lot. Imagine it. Max, who once spent every waking hour thinking about lap times and tire strategies, now helping with feedings and baby naps. You can picture him sitting on the couch in Monaco, bottle in hand, whispering to little Lily about downforce and apex speeds. Maybe even letting her drive his sim rig one day, at half throttle, of course. And let's not forget Penelope. Over the last few years, fans have occasionally seen sweet glimpses of Max and Penelope together, celebrating birthdays, playing at home, enjoying life away from the track. Kelly once described Max as loving, calm, and protective. And that's something you can feel even in photos. It's a side of Max that many didn't expect. The calm after the chaos, the gentle presence behind the intensity. One thing stands out about Max's fatherhood: privacy. Unlike some other F1 drivers, Max keeps his personal life out of the spotlight. He rarely shares family moments online. No baby photos, no public appearances with Lily. That's not a coincidence. Max has said he wants to keep his daughter away from the F1 paddock for now. He told reporters that the paddock isn't the right environment for a baby. That decision speaks volumes. He grew up in the circus of racing, the constant travel, cameras, and pressure. Maybe now he wants something different for his own children. Maybe for Max, family is the one place where speed doesn't matter, where he doesn't need to win just to be present. And that's powerful, because for a man who's built his life around control, precision braking, perfect strategy, fatherhood is the one thing that forces you to let go. Max's ability to focus has always been his greatest strength. Teammates, engineers, even rivals often describe him as mentally unshakable. But that same focus, the tunnel vision that wins races, can be hard to switch off. Maybe that's why fatherhood is so transformative for him. It forces him to live outside the stopwatch. Instead of shaving milliseconds off a lap, he's learning to slow down, to listen, to laugh, to be patient. Kelly once mentioned that Max is surprisingly calm at home, even when things get chaotic. Perhaps that's what separates him from many great drivers before him. He's learning to balance perfection with presence. And in a world obsessed with constant motion, that balance might just be his most impressive achievement yet. Let's be honest, Max Verstappen's racing legacy is already secure. Four-time world champion. Seasons so dominant, they've redefined modern Formula One. But in 2025, something changed. He didn't just become a racing legend. He became someone's hero in a whole new way. When you see him step out of his Red Bull car and smile a little differently, it's not just victory, it's perspective. He's no longer racing only for himself or for Jos's dream. He's racing for the family he's building. You can almost imagine him walking through his apartment after a long race weekend, helmet bag in one hand, baby toy in the other. And for the first time, the trophies don't feel like the main prize. Kelly has described him as incredibly grounded, and fans notice it too. A quieter confidence, a softer edge. It's not that Max is changing who he is. He's just expanding it. Because legacy isn't only measured in wins, it's measured in the love you leave behind. And maybe when Lily grows up, she'll hear stories about her dad breaking records, dominating rivals, and pushing the limits of physics. But the stories that matter most might be the ones told at home, about patience, laughter, and balance. There's a quote from Max that feels different now. He once said, "I don't need to prove anything anymore. I just want to enjoy what I do." That's the voice of a man who's found peace, not because he stopped winning, but because he's found something bigger to win at. So yes, Max Verstappen will keep racing. He'll keep fighting for pole positions, rewriting records, and reminding us why he's one of the greatest ever. But when the engines go quiet and he walks through the door, he's not the world champion anymore. He's just dad. And maybe that's the title that means the most. And maybe that's the real beauty of it all. Life has no finish line. For Max, every season brings new circuits, new challenges, new records. But at home, there's a different kind of race. The race to watch his daughter grow, to be present, to find joy in the small things. One day, Lily might watch old race footage and see her dad flying down straights at 300 kilometers per hour. But when she looks up at him now, all she'll see is home. And that might just be his greatest victory yet. If you enjoyed this look at Max Verstappen, the father, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. What kind of dad do you think Max will be as Lily grows up? Because if her genes are anything like his, she'll probably be overtaking go-karts before she turns 5. Thanks for watching. And remember, even champions need pit stops.